How much fitness do you lose when you take a long break, and how long does it take to get back? This is a question I have been personally struggling with lately, as for unseen reasons, I ended up having a really long off season. My off season began, like many people, at the end of November, and after I did my last race of the season.
Come give Vladdy a kiss, mommy, mommy!
But I was going to use that time during the off season to train for my first marathon ever. No high intensity stuff, just a bunch of low intensity runs to get my heart rate lower and become a more efficient runner. I had only just begun my second run for this training plan to realize that I had an unusual pain in my hip, which forced me to stop immediately. I just didn't realize for how long I would actually have to stop. And now that I'm all healed up and back at it, I realize that I definitely have lost a lot of my fitness. Everything, including riding my bike, feels so much harder right now, and my results after each workout are quite self-humbling. So I did a bit of research to find out just how much of your fitness you can lose when you take a long break. And Dylan Johnson had the best explanation on the matter that I could find, and he backed up all the information he shared with science in this video. Basically, what I got out of that video is within 4 weeks after an endurance athlete stops training, their VO2 max can decrease between 4 to 14%. If you extend that break to another month, it could decrease between 6 to 20%, and then after that, the decline starts to taper off. You will still have better fitness than you did when you first began training though, so that's good. Also, it confirmed that the more highly trained you are, the more fitness you will lose, and it will also take longer to get it back. Ugh. To give you an idea of what may happen, I will use myself as an example. A year ago, I did a metabolic assessment at Lifetime Fitness. My max heart rate was 196, and for some good quality Zone 2 training, I could run an 8-minute mile pace. And this was even before I began training as a triathlete. Back then, my VO2 max was 61. Now, I'm not sure how high it got after a full season of training for triathlon, so I do sort of regret not getting a test done again at the end of the season. But one could assume it was significantly higher because I was definitely more fit and pretty well trained. Fast forward to this year, and I did the same test at Vitality about a month after I began training again. My max heart rate has dropped to 184, and to do a heart rate Zone 2 run, I need to maintain around a 10-minute mile pace. So now the question is, how long will it take me to get that fitness back? I can definitely still run faster than a 10-minute mile pace, but we all know that running faster all the time doesn't actually make you faster, right? Running slow does. If you don't know what I mean, let me know in the comments if you would like me to better explain myself in another video. The good news for me is I still have about 7 months until my big race of the year. Fingers crossed it still happens. Last year, 2 months before my first ever 70.3, in which I ended up qualifying for the Ironman 70.3 World Championship in New Zealand coming up in November, I didn't even have the slightest bit of decent swim form. I hadn't really run since my college cross-country days, which now was 18 years ago. And even though I was thinking during pretty much that entire race that I was never going to do another one again, I am super excited to be doing it again, and I'm grateful for the 7 months I have to get that fitness back and improve upon it. So now my journey is officially beginning to figure out how long it will take to not only get my fitness back, but to improve upon last season. You're all welcome to follow along and join me on my daily journey by following me on Strava, where my progress is available for anyone to see, and also on Instagram, where I just sort of let everyone know what I'm up to. So let's keep in touch and push each other, because each push of the pedals, each step taken during a run, each foam rolling induced scream is one step closer to our goals of becoming the best athletes we can be, right? I'm 100% in, and the ride is way more fun with friends, so let's not allow this thing called coronavirus stop us. That's it. Then stop.